Hey guys, are you starting Airsoft for the first time? Well, I'm going to tell you what you need to buy and what to look out for in this episode of Down to Play. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so, starting Airsoft, I've played Airsoft for about 8 years now. I think I started when I was about 12. You've got to understand that there are things to buy and things not to buy when you're first playing Airsoft. Of course you gotta get a gun. Number one is a gun, and you gotta make sure you get a gun that suits you. So if you're a small figure, maybe a smaller child, that you might not need to get something so heavy, like an LMG for example. Those things weigh close to about 20 pounds. You don't want to lug that around onto the field. So you're gonna have to get something that's really your size of a gun. If you're more of the style of getting up close and personal, or you're not sure yet, you could go with a regular M4 style platform, or you can even go with a pistol or a small submachine gun if you'd like. It depends on what you're playing. If you're playing in a professional field, if you're out playing with your friends, make sure you get a gun that fits your field requirements. Item number 2, you are going to want some kind of eye protection. All fields require that you use full seal eye protection that goes around your face, so you are going to want something with foam and something that creates a full seal, meaning no BBs can get in if you look down, up, or left or right. There's no gap on your eyes. So goggles are one of those things that you need to put on your budget. Goggles are mandatory. If you're under 16, I think, or even under 18, you're going to need some kind of face protection. Paintball masks are good to start out with. They are really good protection for Airsoft BBs as well as paintballs. So they're pretty easy to pick up. You can buy like a complete set of paintball mask and the face mask and all for about 15 bucks. So that's a good thing to start out with, guys, if that's what you're looking for. Number 3 on an item of what you need to get is a vest. You will want a vest of some kind. You probably want some kind of protection in the body. Getting shot in the little soft spots on your belly is not always the most comfortable. You will want something compared to the size of you. Either you're a small child or a very large man, you better choose a vest that fits you. There's all kinds. You can buy a $20 body armor vest that doesn't have any pockets on it, and that thing's great for CQB. I use it for CQB. And you will want something to carry extra mags. If you're about to play out in the field and you need something to carry lots of ammo, you will want a chest rig or a plate carrier that can carry multiple magazines for you, so you stay out in the field longer. Item number 4, just like the vest, you will need magazines. You better choose a magazine that fits your gun and make sure that you can buy them in bulk. One extra magazine's not always the best. It depends on how you play, whether it's indoor or outdoor. I always buy quite a few extra mags, like 5 or 6, just in case if one breaks, you got an extra, or if you can give to a buddy that has the same gun, you can always give them extra ammo to keep them out on the field too. So keep room in the budget for some extra magazines because you're going to need it. Number 5 on the thing is a battery. You will need a battery and a charger to go with your gun. It depends what battery you want to use. I use a 11.1 volt LiPo battery in my guns, but you're going to have to choose on whether your gun is high quality enough to use it or not. So 11.1s usually do good in rate of fire and trigger response, but can also burn your guns out really easily, so you guys better watch out for what you need to do. Also, LiPo batteries are very dangerous, and you will need to get a smart charger for that. So, I think it'll be about 50 bucks to get a LiPo battery and smart charger combo, but it will be better in the long run for you. Some guns starting out will come with a battery already included, which works for starting out playing, but you will want to upgrade eventually. Choosing your first gun will be a challenge. One of my first guns was an M4 platform. I highly suggest you get an M4 assault rifle platform, an AR platform, because they're usually the cheapest, and they usually have the best parts right off the bat that are the most common. If it does break, you can fix it. Now, I would not suggest, if you are starting out playing Airsoft, do not get an exotic gun at all. Don't get like an AUG or an MTAR or an L85A2. Don't get you could get an AK because they're pretty common, but for a first starting gun, please choose an M4 platform. I know it's not very creative and I know it's not very original, but for starting guns, it is the most common and what you need to get. Most batteries fit M4 style guns. Magazines are cheap, they're easy to find, easy to get, easy to use. You know, all M4 platforms are pretty much universal. Everybody runs with them out on the field. You should be able to get mags from buddies or teammates so you can outlast the enemy with ammo if you don't have very many magazines. So please don't get an exotic gun starting out. Get an M4 platform, guys. Okay guys, that's the 5 things you need to know about getting onto the field and starting out playing Airsoft. I hope you're down to play, and I'll see you next time.